Hello and welcome back to our HIP Roman Restoration campaign. In our last episode, we have basically won this war against the HRE for whichever duchy this is, Piedmont, but we are sort of dragging it out a little bit so that we can hopefully kill enough of their troops to provoke some rebellions that we can take advantage of in this land here. We already have at least one revolt going on, if not more. Just one that I can see. So if we can get some of these people down here to revolt against them, then we can take advantage of that. We also have another little problem with these factions, and in an attempt to address the factions, I was trying to arrest and release this guy, but unfortunately he evaded capture and is now rebelling against us. I guess that's a fairly minor problem since he's not going to be able to siege anything for a while, so we have plenty of time to deal with that. For now, I think we'll go ahead and kill this army from the HRE here and wait a little while longer to see if we can fight some more of their troops, but I'm not going to stay in this war for too long here. And in fact, I think we should go ahead and disband some of our troops to hopefully appease some of our grumpier vassals, and maybe we should just bite the bullet and bribe some of these guys who want a little more money. Even 150 is not too bad for the Duke of Latium, that was, yes. So I think he's in both factions. Okay, get him up to 72. I think that's where our Chancellor is as well, so hopefully he'll effectively increase his opinion sometime soon as well. Let's make sure we have good characters in charge here, not that it probably matters too much considering the numbers involved. Alright, that was a battle against somebody irrelevant. And there we are. Okay, we have a new Duke. He is pretty happy. Hopefully his predecessor was in some of our factions and has now just dropped out because he's dead. For our new Marshal, I guess we'll appoint this Duke. He will be happier as well, which is a nice side effect. And for a new Commander, maybe we can choose somebody that's in a faction. Is Macedonia? In one of these? Seems like not unless we missed him, but he's kind of unhappy, so we'll appoint him. I think that's only 10 opinion anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Looks like Latium is still in the factions. Alright, that's one of Castile's wars over. They're at 93% in their other one as well, so that shouldn't be an issue for them. Okay, that's 3,000 more troops. Hungary's been called in here. I'd rather not fight them if I don't absolutely have to, so that's more reason to end this war sooner. Let's see if we can find out where the Emperor is. French Riviera. So he's down here somewhere? Okay. With these boats. Let's give it a few more months and then we'll probably just end it. Actually, instead of dismissing these units, I'll probably keep them around and send this 19,000 over here so we can deal with our rebelling Duke. We'll land them here, I suppose. In fact, we probably can just disband the other 19k. He's got 27,000, but he's unlikely to bring them all over here in one boat trip. Maybe we'll just keep them raised in case. Probably disband these boats. Okay, apparently Latium has been removed from factions. One of them is still dangerous, though. Let's just try and get this one under 70. Yeah. We'll see if that does it. Alright, a son was born to our brother, who is a genius. Also ill. So we have not yet seen... Well, I was going to say we haven't yet seen any more armies from the Empire, but he's apparently just re-raising troops. So we'll see if these are heading down in this direction, which I assume they are. Okay, we'll just attack him. He's in the desert, actually, so that's convenient. Not in mountains. Recently, I've taken my ward with me when I travelled around the country, visiting different villages, castles and cities. I constantly explained to him how people trade, what sorts of crops we grow on the land, and so on. So he's going to gain some stewardship. Just one. I suppose was the more likely outcome. So if it's just going to be armies of 2,000-3,000 that we are fighting against here, I don't think we're going to have too much success in destroying their army. So unless they march a good 10 or 20,000 down here in the near future, I'm probably just going to give up on this whole endeavor. Alright, so we won our first battle against our revolting vassal. We'll follow and presumably win the next one as well. Alright, so we've got 2,500 here. I guess we'll fight them. Alright, we've wiped out his army. He's only at 85%. I assume he wants to accept peace at this point. He'll probably take a white peace. But in that case, we don't get to imprison him, which is the whole reason that we're doing this war. So I guess we'll siege his capital here. And there's 12,000. Do we want to march an army all the way up there to engage them? Not sure if we do. I imagine they're probably just going to be dealing with the revolt rather than heading down here. Alright, Castile's out of his war. Arranged marriage from our vassal, the Despot of Bosnia. Wants to marry a commander of his to our cousin. Sure. Alright. 18,000 up there. If we could march all the way up here without taking attrition, which maybe we can, not through here. I guess one does not simply march big armies through the Alps. Okay, I think we're just gonna give up on this and get back to being at peace. So we'll just enforce our demands. Take our land. Okay, so we did not gain any of this land ourselves. We vassalized the current holder. I presume we have him in prison, so we'll just release him. Actually, this is a good way to gain opinion. We just got 15 for free with everybody. We'll get our troops disbanded. I'm going to assume that the army we have over here is going to be plenty to deal with this Duke. And once we are at peace, we'll probably take advantage of our theological focus and actually go on a pilgrimage, because I assume we can't actually do that while we're at war. Yeah, we do have to be at peace, okay. Which should hopefully gain us a reasonable amount of prestige, or rather piety. We're up to 1,050 there. All part of our quest to restore the Great Schism. So we could assault this and end this basically immediately, I think, so I think we'll do that. We'll take everyone we've found. Actually, we'll just leave them in peace, since we're at 100% anyway. So we'll enforce our demands. I don't think we get more opinion by releasing this guy. Or do we? I don't know if multiple releases stack. Let's find out. We'll take Thessalonica, for example. He's at 85. And he has plus 15 for released prisoner. Still at 85 with plus 15 for released prisoner. Okay. So they don't stack. That's fine, though. So as it turns out, that was just a complete waste of time and effort. Okay, but now that we're at peace, we can hopefully let our vassals calm down a bit. The lower Crown Authority faction is the only one that's in dangerous territory right now. We'll see if any of these people are going to be pretty cheap to bribe. We looked at you already. 200. 77 is much more reasonable. I'll go to 105, but that's about it. Alright, hopefully that'll do it. Let's go ahead and go on our pilgrimage. My vassal, this Prince Archbishop, has requested that a lower rank vassal should serve him rather than me. Oh, this is up here in our newly acquired land, I guess. Yes. Guess I didn't really check what was going on with the vassals over here. So he got the land he was supposed to get. Incidentally, we are up to 69 of 71 on our vassal limit, so that could be a bit of a problem soon. I shall go on a pilgrimage to seek God's grace at one of the holy places of Christianity. Start making travel plans. So there are several different holy places that you could visit on your pilgrimage. All of them are considered most sacred by the Holy Church, but a somewhat closer destination might mean a safer journey. Well, I think we'll probably have a pretty safe journey anyway, since we own all of these places. Jerusalem and Antioch, namely. I guess we'll go to Jerusalem. The church had just gotten some very beautiful stained glass windows, and as I and Caesar Jordanes, our uncle, contemplated the windows, the priest approached us and asked what we thought about them. I had thought about the symbolism of the windows, while Caesar Jordanes just repeated what I had said. And say he's too arbitrary to voice his own opinion and annoy him, or say it was a bit flattering and we like him. Sure. Probably doesn't really matter. Our journey begins. Oh, I still have fleet raised here. guess I don't actually have navies displayed over here. Let's see, I guess we don't need message rules. Seems fine. Also, our Grand Domestic is idle, so we should do something about that. Alright, our brother here is our Regent. Which hopefully will be fine. Factions are temporarily under control. At your camp at night, a large group of fellow pilgrims appear. They have travelled far and are hungry and out of food. You look through your supplies, but you have only just over half a dozen loaves of bread and a few fishes. You can share it around, it's more filling than it looks, or we can say it's not enough for everyone, losing the trait charitable. I don't think we want to do that. Let's share it around. What is our income these days, actually? Not amazing. As the evening approaches, after a long day on the road, you come upon several campfires. Around the fires you find a group of holy knights, resting after a long day's ride. They invite you to share their meal and trade stories. We will definitely gain the piety, though it's not very much. Jerusalem. You have finally arrived at Jerusalem. Passing by the Mount of Olives, you enter through the city gate and are immediately overcome by a feeling of having made a truly epic journey, entirely within our own realm. The city is filled with people of all creeds and colours, the air heavy with smells of strange spices and foreign plants from our own realm. You make your way through the throng of people and animals, excited by the knowledge that you're now close to the Via Dolorosa and the other holy places. You plan to also visit the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem. But first of all, you need to find some place to stay. After all, you wouldn't want to be forced to sleep in a stable, would you? Ho ho ho. Oh, Jerusalem. I'm sure we can impress upon perhaps the king himself to give us somewhere to stay. One of the eunuchs at the imperial court has distinguished himself and caught the attention of your advisors. Yeah. We'll take a eunuch. Of course, you're named Theophylactos. Appears. Who's a pretty intriguing character. As you walk around on this holy ground, you ponder the secrets and the essence of God. The teachings of the Holy Church have never felt more relevant to you than now. Imagine the knowledge contained in the scriptures stored here. So we can gain the trait Scholar. Gives extra learning and same trait opinion. And becomes Zealous, which gives us more monthly piety. It's only a 20% chance of becoming Zealous, though. Or we could go for just a guaranteed 30 piety. I don't think Scholar is that great as far as lifestyle traits go. So I think we'll decline that and just gain the piety. I mean, if we did get Zealous, we would get that piety in 30 months anyway, but I don't know. 30 months is a long time. And we weren't guaranteed to get Zealous anyway. I can't fall asleep quickly at night, I just can't. There's so many distracting noises. Night guards walking around, animals outside making noises, the things I think inside my head, when will it stop? So we will have an 85% chance of experiencing much stress. Or we can say, I think I've just figured out a way to make an earplug, thanks to our high learning. Yes, absolutely. Let's invent earplugs. You have finally returned from your pilgrimage. It was a rewarding and interesting journey. And you'd do it all again if you could. Still, it's good to be back home. So we gain the pilgrim trait, which gives us a little extra monthly piety. Same faith opinion is very good as well, actually. So that'll give us extra opinion with most of our vassals, if not all of them. And we gain a flat 30 piety, which is nice. Yes, definitely the factions are looking much smaller. This guy probably shouldn't be directly under me. Let's see, that's your only title, so we should just be able to transfer the vassalage to him. Is it Padua? Yes, okay. Well, that gets rid of one of our factions until it reforms. Our son Maximus has come of age. He became Midas touched. Okay, I thought his stats seemed very low. They just hadn't updated. So he's a pretty good character, I suppose. We'll keep him around. And still, people pretty annoyed about their troops being raised, but I don't think we can really afford to stay at peace for too long. We have a lot of stuff to conquer. Unfortunately, I think we have truces with most of the people we'd want to attack right now. The Seljuks, with Egypt till 1245. Of course, with the Holy Roman Emperor, and Bohemia till 1247. I guess we could... let's see, we still have a truce with Swabia, right? We could just try to kill some of these people, or we could do some holy wars not within the Imperial Reconquest area. We could get a claim on this kingdom, for example. That would be pretty good as well. Seems like nobody there is willing to accept an invitation. Well, we'll look at it later and see if there's something else we can do, but we're just about out of time for this episode right now, so thanks for watching, and join me again next time.